guys to my channel. If this is your first time here, hello, my name is Mika. Thank you so much for stopping in. So today I just wanted to do a video on disconnecting yourself from people who make you feel like you're not good enough. First of all, the first thing you need to do is you need to make sure that you know that you are good enough. That's where it starts, because even if you just feel like you're good enough and somebody's not giving you that impression that you're good enough, you're not going to leave. You're not going to disconnect yourself. You're not going to demand more. You're not going to ask for them or tell them how they're making you feel, because you're always going to feel like, well, maybe they're right, and maybe I'm not good enough, or maybe, I shouldn't complain. And it'll just be that constant cycle and of you hurting yourself because you don't know yourself. This is the point where you have to say, I know and I believe that I am good enough. I am worthy of love. I am worthy of trust. I am worthy of a healthy friendship, a healthy relationship. I am worth it all. And if someone is in your life on whatever level, even a job, where they're making you feel like, oh, you can be easily replaced, you're disposable, you're not good enough, you do all right, you do just enough to get the job done, you're good enough to keep around in this season in their lives, and they're constantly seeking other people, or they're putting you down and making you feel like, well, you do okay at this, but you could do better, or this is what you need to improve in. It's always something that you need to improve in, and like, you're just being yourself. You're being the best version of yourself that you feel like you can be. You're trying your hardest, you're giving your all, you're constantly, just putting out into the universe and into the environment, good vibes, and you're trying to just be happy and have love and show love, and you're just trying your best, but somebody's making you feel drained. They're making you feel like you have to run a marathon in order to prove yourself to them. If that's the type of people that you're surrounding yourself with right now, if that's the type of company that you're connecting to, if that's the kind of family that you're in, whatever it is, you have to learn how to cut ties. And I know with family that sounds really harsh, but depending on your age, if you're an adult, you don't need it. I mean, you can survive without your family. And I understand that sounds really, really harsh, but we all had to do it. There's people in your family who you don't even know their name. You don't even know if they're married. You don't know if they're, if they have children. You don't know what's going on in their lives. And you're okay with it. You're surviving. You're living your life. You're happy. You're at peace. You're not losing anything by not being connected to that family member. So you have to be the same way with everyone in your life. I mean, like I said, some people are harder to disconnect from, but if they're making you feel like you're not good enough when you know you are, when God says you are, when your higher power says you are, and when you just know it in your heart and in your spirit, and you know that you're showing up at the best you can be, you're not just, giving just a little bit and expecting a lot. You're really putting your all into something. You're putting your all into that friendship. You're putting your all into that relationship. You're putting your all into that marriage. You're putting your all into having that relationship with your family. You're putting your all into work, but you're still getting treated like you're just, you're just average, or you're not, like, well, one day you may get there, or may have to replace you, I don't know. Then it's time for you to go, because we have to know our lives are short. Even if we live to 105, 115, time goes so fast. Life is just short in general. And so you don't know how much time you have. None of us know. So why waste it being unhappy? Why waste it on people who just wants to put you down and constantly throw dirt on you and try to make you feel like you can never climb the ladder. You can never stand up tall because you're not good enough. Like, let's think about it for real and just take into consideration, why would you want to put yourself into that type of situation or that type of relationship or that type of environment where you just feel like nothing is just, you don't have peace. You need to have peace. So with that being said, you have to be strong enough. First of all, you have to know your worth and you have to believe it. And then you have to be strong enough to say, okay, this works for me and this does not. And if it does not, that's okay, because it's your life. Who cares if someone else says, well, girl, you crazy, or man, you crazy for letting that go, letting that opportunity go. People do it all the time. People let go of jobs that pay good money all the time, and they do things like this. Or they go work somewhere where they feel more confident and more happy and more appreciated. And they don't care. Their lives are blossoming. They're doing awesome. They leave relationships that person could have been a breadwinner. That person could have been the most beautiful person you've ever dated. That person could have just given you the world. You could have had kids with that person. You could have been married to that person. But if you're not happy, and if you tried all that you could, and you're being disrespected, and you're being talked down to, and you leave that relationship, people, just know that people have done that all the time. People have left and they have moved on with their lives, and they found greater, and they're in healthier, happier relationships, and they've moved to places where they never thought that they were being, because they got unstuck. They didn't allow themselves to be glued to something that was just emotionally tearing them down. So if you are feeling like you are stuck somewhere, but the people who are involved in your circumstances right now are not loving on you, showing you the love that you deserve, and not appreciating the person that you are, and constantly tearing you down, please, please, please seek help to get out of that relationship, get out of that job, get out of that situationship, whatever it is, because it is not going to do you any good. And your life is ticking by while they're just not appreciating you. And there's so many people out here who would love to appreciate you, who would love to have you work on their job, who would love to marry you. But you're wasting time with someone who just wants to mentally and emotionally abuse you, or to take you for granted because they don't see your worth, they don't see your value. You're not valuable to them. Like, you're replaceable. Or even if you are a diamond, they don't want diamonds. They want cubic zirconias. They want rubies. They don't want you. They just, it is what it is. But we can't force them to want what they don't want. And so if it's clear to you, especially in a relationship, that the person that you are with does not want you, it's clear. You don't need to be guessing. You don't need to second guess if a person's not appreciating you and not treating you well, and cheating on you and abusing you and lying to you and, you know, manipulating you, all the above. You need to get out of it, because like I said, life is short. You only get one, and you only get to be young for once. One time in your life, one period of your life, you're young, and then you start to age, and then it gets harder and harder. The older that we get, it gets harder and harder for you to start over. So please don't settle for less than what you deserve. Please don't settle for okay love, or okay job, or okay friendships. Keep on pushing, because you're going to find there's too many people in the world, there's too many job opportunities in this world for you to just settle and think that that's the best you can do. I mean, if that's what you believe, then yeah, stay there, because then if that's what you believe, you're just gonna leave to get with somebody else, or another job that's just going to be the same, because you believe that that's your worth. So just, you might as well just stay. But if you know that you deserve greater, and you know that you want greater, and you know that you are willing to give greater to get and attract greater, go for it. Don't settle. Don't stay around people who are just making you feel like you're not good enough, because you are. Y'all let me know what you think in the comment box below. We will continue the conversation. And if you have any testimonials to share, please do so. I'd love to hear what you have to say. And we will talk next time. Bye.